Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. Today we got a sponsored video, a song by Eric Meredith. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And yeah, I don't know what I'm getting into here, but knowing Eric, he has a very, very special taste in music, very similar to mine. Not that I'm saying like, oh, I know the best stuff, but we've been talking the last couple of months or and weeks about music, and we pretty much agree on the same stuff, and also very outlandish stuff that I've been sending him like just on privately, and he loves it, so I'm sure he's gonna show me something amazing here. And yeah, so this is called Pure Reason Revolution, the band, and we're gonna do the song Worship. And again, Eric, thank you for sponsoring this. I appreciate it. This is from the album Coming Up to Consciousness. Let's see what year. 2024. Okay, we got some new stuff. And that's what I also like about Eric's picks, that he's much on the he's looking at newer music, but also he isn't afraid of looking at older stuff. And yeah, I sent him a bunch of crazy stuff, and right now actually he sent me like a message saying, man, I'm really digging this. So, and I know, and it's a band that I also recommended to him. So it's just really cool to have a community of people that are also in the comment section, who are like, I haven't heard this, I like it, thank you. It's really cool, to put out music or to react to music and say, hey, I've never really heard this, or I've heard this 30 years ago, I never really put that much attention to it, and now because of you guys, Alexa and I, we're back. I'm back enjoying it, like we just happened with Steely Dan. Thanks to JK, the song that you chose was really like a deep cut, and people really having a blast with it. So, but without further ado, let's get into the song here. I'm sure it's gonna be prog. It's gonna be prog rock or metal, but hey, I could be totally wrong. That's what I love about people not really giving too much information away. I do want to see here, because Eric did send me a couple of emails, so let me see if there's anything he would like me to mention, or if it's just give me a second. Okay, it says, good morning. Hope you're having a good week so far. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Just some new music for you. I will not tell you much, see, other than this is a song from an album of a band I discovered a couple of months ago. This is one of their newest record releases on September 6th this year. And love you, brother. Enjoy. Thank you. Love you as well. Thank you so much for, thinking about the channel, and giving other people also the chance to discover new stuff. So like I said, all right, well, let's get it started. Thank you again so much, and here we go with what is called Worship. Let's go. All right.
We're here again now. We're deader and deader and deader. You're holding forth till I'm together. Now heaven feels better and better. It's true. You rip through bursting light.
Very good.
There's no one here to run. just turn. It's cool, it grips you past the mind. There's no one here to worship, just turn.
Very nice voices so far. Slide guitar, I think.
Following feather by feather around the bend, but not forever. It's deafening when you meet terror. It's true. You rip through bars to fly. There's no one here to worship, just turn. It's You like these kind of worship. You're acting like we're cursing. You like these kind of worship. You rather walk coercing. You're back when it's all in a dream of a love hate. You're closer to me, but so far away. Awake as you cry, the echoes shake. I'm also near, but you fall away.
It's very good. Wow. I didn't even pause. I didn't want to interrupt it. Sometimes I do have to, but this was great. I looked up the band, and they're from England. They have some really interesting, yeah, like influences, and it's so funny because a lot of this stuff is the stuff that I listen to as well. So they are a progressive band, progressive rock, but also alternative and electronic. So they mix it up, and yeah, I love the I think I think they were using a steel guitar. The drumming, I loved the singer. I loved also the female singer. Very good sound. It didn't remind me of anything. That's what I love the best, you know. it didn't really like, oh, it sounds like Dream Theater, oh, it sounds like this, it sounds like, they kept it really, really original. Now, the first album, this is their sixth album, the first album that came out in 2006 was produced by Paul Northfield, who has produced Rush, Porcupine Tree, Gentle Giant, and Dream Theater. But what I love about this, it doesn't really, sound like anything like those bands. It didn't sound like Rush. It didn't sound like, I mean, Porcupine Tree, is really hard to pin down because Porcupine Tree change their sound, which each record, it sounds different. They have a very soft side, and then they have a really heavy side, Porcupine Tree. So it's really hard to kind of like pinpoint the style down of Porcupine Tree. Now listen to this here, the influence. That's Pink Floyd, Porcupine Tree, Nirvana, Kraftwerk, and Fleetwood Mac. Kraftwerk, that's a band that I love. I've learned literally stuff on the guitar that's by Kraftwerk because it was just interesting. There were interesting chords and scales and things. And Pink Floyd, I mean, that's the band that I think I've been listening to the most throughout my life because it's the one that I, got exposed to so early in life when I was not even a teenager yet. I think I was like 12 or 13 years old the first time I listened to Pink Floyd, or younger. Nirvana, I was a huge fan of Nirvana before I even was a fan of heavy metal. I thought that was heavy metal. So, Kraftwerk was around 2006 that I discovered them, and I was just obsessed with the electronic but with the classical influence they have, but also the music they were making. And Fleetwood Mac, that was more here with the channel. But this was a great track. I loved everything about it. Just very good artistic progressive rock, but not too heavy. This is something you could play to someone who's not into rock or heavy metal, and I'm sure they would still enjoy it. So that's like sometimes the music that is interesting to discover because I don't know. It's just like, it's what I was doing with Alexia when we started the channel. I was like, okay, what could I play her? What could I play that, since she doesn't have this understanding of progressive rock yet, and now she has it, and now she pretty much listens to the stuff on her own, and she comes up and, hey, check this out, and I'm like, whoa, this is really like nice progressive metal. But yeah, that's how it goes. So, but at the beginning I was like very careful. I was like choosing, instrumental stuff and just stuff that wasn't so crazy, and now, I can just play her just about everything, and she will, and she understands it. She has a totally different outlook on music nowadays, and it's just wonderful. It's a wonderful thing, to get people into this sort of music, and even other styles of jazz fusion. She likes standard jazz and stuff like that because of her dad had exposed her to it, but now she also listens to jazz fusion, and she doesn't mind the craziness that goes on. She actually appreciates all that stuff. So it's a wonderful thing. This was a great band. Thank you so much, Eric, for the introduction. I'm definitely gonna check them out, and check them out as well. They don't seem like the biggest band. They have 6 albums now, and Pure Reason Revolution, from London, England. Check them out, and they do have great taste. And then they have this new album that just came out 2024. So like I said, I used to say, oh, damn, they don't make music like they used to. I think there's a lot of artists that are still producing amazing music, and also they do have a pretty good following. I mean, not the biggest, but yeah, check him out. Pure Reason Revolution on Spotify, or if you like their stuff, I mean, obviously the best thing is always go to their concerts or buy their records or their merch or all that good stuff. I mean, when it's like legendary bands, you know, that have been around for 50 years, I don't say it because, I mean, they have so much money, you know, they don't really, you know, it's still nice, but I do it with young bands, you know, that are just starting out, and they need the support, especially in the music industry where everything is available through streaming, and honestly, these platforms don't pay, you know, so it's very difficult. So again, thank you so much, Eric. I appreciate it. I'm loving that you're enjoying the bands that I've been, you know, playing on the channel, such as Symphony X and Spastic Inc., Watchtower, Ronjar, Zombek, all that crazy stuff that a lot of people don't get into. I really, really love that you're enjoying that stuff. And yeah, you know, let's hope for the best. Let's hope for a new Symphony X album. They haven't released anything in 9 years, but so it was before. I remember waiting for about 10 years for a new Symphony X album, and now I've been, I guess, almost been waiting another 10 years for it. So that's just the amount they take to release an album. But again, let's hope for the best. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, leave a like. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.